Hi, everybody. Queen Crystal King in the building. My apologies. I'm a half hour late. I needed to get some groceries and I did go to Ross's and I found a couple pairs of jeans and some comfortable pants. So my time was a little short, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Hey, boss lady, New Jersey. My girl with a chocolate swirl. What's happening? Well, tonight, my topic is, how do you feel about sister wives? Do you think it's just the guy wanting to have two women? Or do you believe, hi, Gail, or do you believe how people are saying that, they're building their families and there's someone there to help with the cooking and the cleaning, the raising of the kids while the husband goes out and works? And a lot of those sister wives situations, they end up with at least 3 or 4 wives. I'm watching a show on TLC called Seeking Sister Wives. And this one couple, they were married, but they had to get divorced in order for the other woman to come to the States because she was out of state. Actually, she didn't live in the country. So all the family was on board. Uh, the first wife's family, and they were, well, some of them, they were telling her, like, why are you doing this? I don't understand why you're doing this. And the husband's all happy, and she's happy as long as she knows everything that's going on. So the woman comes in, she's gorgeous, and I thought it was kind of fake because the wife just jumped up like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. And it's like, it just felt fake to me. But the husband was happy to see her because she was built like a brick house and she didn't speak English. So what she did was she spoke her language into her telephone, and her telephone translated everything that she was saying. So that's how they communicated with her. Then you see the first wife, she's getting a little jealous, but she's trying to play it off, but she's getting a little jealous. They go out on a boat. She's got her little skimpy bathing suit on. And hold on. She's got her little skimpy baby suit on. He's all laid up with her. And next thing you know, they're contemplating having sex. So the wife that he divorced in order for this lady to come, I'm going to say first wife, she was saying that she didn't want them to have sex yet. She still wants some control over those type of things. She looked like she was a little, I don't know. She looked like she had low self-esteem to me because, she would every now and then she'd go somewhere and break down crying. Then she would come back like she's so happy that the lady is there. And I'm saying to myself, she is not happy that that lady is there. I ain't nowhere in the world I would divorce my husband so he could bring over somebody from another country to sleep with and live with us. That's crazy. She ended up coming over on some type of visa. I'm not sure. Let me see how y'all, let me see the chat here. I'm not down. Boss lady said, I'm not down with that. To each his own, but that's a lot. Hey, Gail. Gail said, I could not do that. I'm not sharing with anybody I love. Of course, the hubby is happy. Yeah, there's just no way. Okay. So, what ended up happening was they had sex anyway. So, by them having sex anyway, she felt like they had sex behind her back, like they were sneaking. And she was hurt and she cried because they had sex behind her back. That was the stupidest thing that I've ever seen. Just really, really stupid. Then I saw a black family. It was two women, one wife he was legally married to, and then there was a other girl. So he's walking around, muscle bound guy. You can find these stories on Seeking Sister Wives. I don't know whether you could pull it up on demand or whatever. So the first one has children by him. And oh, they're so in love and how they met and all this and that. And then they talked about how the other girl, how they met her, and I think the other girl is a dancer. I think she's a dancer. So they were saying that they wanted her to spend more time at home. And she was saying, well, I got to work. I mean, they got the arguing on here and she stormed off. So I guess by him being the king of the castle or whatever, some kind of how he talked her back into the situation. I just don't, I just can't do that. And these people act like everything is okay. It sounds like a family of cult people. You right, boss lady. Gail says she's crying. She know this could happen. Yeah. And that's another thing. You bring another woman into the mix. What if he like her more than he like you? Because the other woman was sharp. And the other one was all skinny looking and kind of pitiful. Then there was another black couple. She's a real nice looking lady and he's a real nice looking guy. They both have these beautiful dreads and they have these beautiful children. And on the first Seeking Sister Wives, she was pregnant and then she's pregnant again. So they were looking for a sister wife. Well, let me tell you something. The guy is really cute. And if I was her, there is no way in the world I would sit there with my husband and try to pick out another woman to come into the home. So they found this one girl and he liked her and they hit it off. And again, they're not supposed to have sex yet. They're supposed to get to know each other. The family's supposed to get to know each other. Now, mind you, these children are meeting these different women that come in. Oh, hi, baby. How you doing? Oh, you have beautiful children. Oh, a lovely home. You have a lovely home. Well, homeboy smashed and he didn't know he was supposed to smash. He wasn't supposed to smash. And the wife got mad. So, that girl was out. She was out. And he treats his actual wife like a queen, massages her feet. She has everything she needs. The house is decked out. And I just don't understand. I don't understand why you feel like you need another woman there. So then they found another girl. She agreed to do it. She went through with the marriage ceremony. There's a certain alkaline cleansing or whatever that they do before, she's with the husband, because they're all with the same person. So again, you have members of her family wondering what the hell is wrong with her for trying to be a sister wife, sharing a man. That's basically the way they saw it. You're sharing a man. He courted her, he wooed her, kisses her hand and opened doors. And I mean, like she was the only woman in the world. And the wife is sitting there smiling, like, oh, they're getting along so well. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I think we found her. Well, she ended up leaving. They never said why she left, but she did. This is crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Gail said that's crazy. Hi, Mr. William. They're trying to keep it in the family, like inbreeds. Okay, boss lady. So these women that came and went, he never had children with them. So the only children are the ones with his wife. She's looking around for another woman. He comes and they're both looking together. They find this woman. She was from another country. She was beautiful and they liked her a lot. And honey, she has two girls and she brought her girls so that everybody could, everything could be in the open. Talked about how much she would love to be the sister wife and blah, blah, blah. And she was the nicest one of all to me. But I still don't believe in plural marriage. So the wife arranged for all these tea candles to go down two sides. And she walked down the tea candles. And the husband was at the end of the tea candle. And he had a box with a ring where he proposed to her. I said, get the entire hell out of here. Are you serious? And the wife was so happy. She was so happy. They're trying to start a fight that don't need to be started. I know that's right, Gail. So after that, I don't know whether she ended up going through the marriage ceremony or not, but I saw a white couple and the lady was saying, if you want a sister wife, we're going to pick her out together. But she didn't want to share her husband. She did not want to share her husband, but it was her husband's wish to have the sister wife. So they picked the girl out. She had a couple kids. Those two did not get along. They did not get along. And you know how you throw a little shade every time you walk by, or the new girl was saying that she felt like she didn't like her. Well, it was time for the husband to take her out on a date. They were not supposed to be making out and all that stuff. They were supposed to go out on a date and just chill. Well, come to find out, long story short, they was messing around. The wife found out about it and she went what we call the hell off. And the husband is lying, saying that it didn't happen. And the woman is telling every detail. Why do it if this is not what she wants to do? I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know why. Now, I've seen some of the sister wives. It was just interesting to me. And it was a bunch of kids, like 3 women, and all the women were different in some way. And they get the clothes and stuff washed. They cook the breakfast, keep the house clean. Everybody, good morning, good morning. Mwah, mwah. I'm like, ugh. And the kids have to learn to say certain things in code, because if people find out that they're a plural family, it's illegal. Does any Mr. Williams said, name me 2 women that can actually share one man. I really can. I can. I'm not going to say their names, but where I used to live, there are 2 sisters, and it was one guy, and the sister was married to the guy, and she had kids by him, and the other sister was sleeping with him too, and she had kids by him. Yep, and they've been living like that for years, ever since I was little. Their brothers and sisters or their cousins. Ain't that something? Mess around and have a baby with a horn in the middle of his head. But yeah, they were a family. They were a family. So the producers and stuff, sorry about that. The producers and stuff was trying to talk to the wife, because I'm telling you, she was upset. She was upset. And all the people that I was talking to you about, the guys, they took the guy to the side, and they were talking to him. The wives went to comfort the woman who ran away crying. Basically, they were telling him that he was wrong and that he lied to his wife. And that's not what the plural marriage is all about. I said, she looks like a fool. You knew you didn't want him to take that woman in there. You knew the woman was coming. Then you're going to set down rules and all this old stuff, knowing that one's going to have one night, the other one's going to have another night. There's no way in the world. Are you sleeping in the same bed when you bring the other wife in? Sheesh. If somebody was with me and they said, can we bring somebody else? I'm like, what, for housekeeping? Because we're not doing that. Matter of fact, because you asked me that, it's over. Because, see, to me, if you'll come right out and say that to my face, you'll go ahead and do it behind my back. They're giving this man too much clout. Yes. And the man, to me, is the one who really benefits. Now, there was one girl who couldn't have any more kids. So the next sister wife that he got was pregnant. So she's sitting around planning her baby shower making sure that she has all the nice little things, giving her tips on being pregnant. And I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yes, but we know that two women really can't really live in harmony because each queen wants her throne. All I can say is they've been living like that for years. Boss lady said, "Okay, William, you're right about that." Gail said, "Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Mm-mm, mm-mm." Do y'all remember that show Big Love that was on HBO where the man was a polygamist and he was married to one woman, and I believe he thought she was going to die. So they had picked out another woman. The woman didn't die. So it stayed that way, and everybody would get along sometimes. And she's the first wife. She's the only one that's acknowledged legally. The rest of them have no legal rights. They just chicks on the side pieces. Because if anything was to happen to the husband, the first wife legally is the one who goes up there and gets the benefits. So he owned this store and he had this house. And what he did was he kept expanding, expanding, expanding on his house to the point where each wife had their own home. So when it came time for him to come and see the wife and the kids that he made with her, they can spend quality time as a family, as a husband and wife. So what if a woman wants another man in a relationship? See, I doubt if that'll happen. I doubt if that'll happen. The percentage of that, they do it. The percentage of that is very low. It's very low. It's more of the men doing it than it is the woman. And the sister wives thing that they're doing, it's not about threesomes and stuff like that. They actually have individual time with this man, like, this is my husband. Girl, you go down there, only thing they'll probably get is Social Security for the kids, and they would be considered outside kids. Definitely considered outside kids. Because they ask how many kids did you have during the marriage? And each, let me see, one of them didn't have any children, but the other one had children. And she was the daughter of the head of the polygamist. Her father was a higher up, and he had plenty of wives. And them chicks took good care of him. That will not work either because the husband would not do that. Cause for a fight. You right, Gail. You right. You are absolutely right. I just wanted to know how y'all felt about that. Hi, Fresh Press Juice. or should I say juice. Tonight we're talking about, how do you feel about sister wives? Hi, watermelon sugar. They must have men that cheated on them before. I guess they said, if you can't beat it, join them, child. I can't. Go ahead, boss lady. Well, it goes back to biblical times where men had more than one wife. True, Gail. Mr. William. What you say? What'd you say, huh? Oh no. Girl, I was just telling them about how how the wife and the husband seeks out the woman. They agree on her. They talk to her online, then they meet. And then, oh yeah, and they said things like, I wonder if she'll date us, or will she let us date her? And I'm like, what? So the guy went out with the woman, and he was not supposed to have sex with her. They were just supposed to go out, have a glass of wine, chill out, but they ended up having sex. So she had to go. They had one that actually went through the wedding ceremony, and then she left. I don't know why, but she did. But I can't share. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It makes no sense to me. And the reasons that they have for having sister wives, we're a family, we're a family unit. Everyone helps everyone. You know, you see them all these kids, this long table, and everybody's cooking breakfast and cleaning the house, and I'll watch your kids, you watch my kids, and then it comes a time where they branch off and they have their private time with their husband. And that time is to be respected and not interrupted. I can't. I honestly cannot. I'm like, what are they in there doing? Like what I just did. He doing that with her. I ain't trying to teach him nothing he could go use on her. For one thing, that's too much work and could cause jealous between people. Yeah, Gail. Well, the second woman had to have a reason to agree with the couple. Yes, there are women who really want to be a sister wife. They really are. Juice said, hey, Mr. William, how much did you and Duke Duchess win tonight? I'm trying to sneak in the basement before Charlie Theodore smells me. So, C's, you mean to tell me that you don't want another woman coming in, helping you keep the place clean, helping you keep your husband happy? She's company for you. You guys are good friends. I couldn't look nobody in the face that's sleeping with my husband. I just couldn't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. What about you, watermelon sugar? She'd come in, she'd help out. Gail said, hell no. She'd help out. They seem to be a strong family unit. Everybody helps with the kids' homework and stuff. You have family time where you can sit down and watch TV. I've even seen it where the husband was sitting on the couch with his arms around both women. Child, I was too through. Too through. Somebody gonna wake up with a half a lip. First of all, like I said, to even say such a thing like that to me, I don't even think we should be together. I don't share my man. And any man that wants me to share doesn't deserve me. Absolutely right. That's why I said the fact that he would even say that to me, present that to me. Look at Juice. Present that to me. We don't need to be together. You done got the wrong woman. I'm not that one. I'm not that one. And like I said, the kids have to live like a secret because at the end of the day, any kids that your husband makes with this sister wife is an outside child. Now, you might have had a ceremony where y'all believe you husband and wife, but when it comes to the law, you're not. And I tell you, that husband has to have a darn good job. There's nowhere in the world he could take care of all them people, and then be still looking for sister wives. A lot of those, I think the show Big Love was supposed to be in Utah, and I feel bad because a lot of those girls were underage. Trust me, dealing with me, you'll get the full experience because you'll never know which one of my personalities you're going to get. Facts. Definitely facts. Definitely. Juice said, Mr. William, call Duke. Tell him I'll be there around 3 a.m. So that's what I wanted. That's what I want to do. I wanted you guys' opinion on that. I just don't understand how the women, what could he possibly have said to make you okay with sharing him so he could sleep with a different woman every night? You're just a rare queen who believes in my way or the highway. Exactly. If you want me to be with you and only you, now what if one of them women said, let's bring a man in here? Oh no, I doubt very much if that would happen. Then she'd be cheating on her husband. But he's not cheating because the legal wife said it was okay for him to bring these women in here. That's ridiculous. I feel like that's so barbaric because he has to set all kinds of rules for the ladies while he's out throwing it out every night, raw leg. Oh, draw leg. He's a horny hot dog. Let me read this again. I feel like that's so barbaric because he has to set all kinds of rules for the ladies while he's out throwing it out every draw leg. I think it's more for the husband's pleasure. I think the wife just gave in so she wouldn't lose him. That's what I think. Because I would rather just go ahead and send you on your merry way. I would. You kissing her in the mouth, you kissing me in the mouth. What? Oh no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think it's an ego thing with the man. I think it's an ego. And in that in that series I was telling you about, Big Love, they all had a little community where all his friends had a couple wives. And they just all worked together and knew each other, and it was what it was. I'm like, they make it seem so normal, and it is not by any stretch of the means. Why she just can't get her wigs, be who he want her to be, role play? That's an idea, Gail, but I doubt very much if that's what the husband wants. I doubt it. I doubt it. And he comes on over to the woman's house, takes his shoes off, relaxes, and she just talks to him like it's just a normal day, and you know, making the bed and getting everything together. The kids are asleep, and this will be my thing. If you performed with her one night and then you get with me and you can't, oh no, oh no, half a lip. He would get a smart knot. Shoot, what if all the wives got together and took care of each and took care of each other's needs and left the husband out? They'd be mad as hell about that. You know they would. You know they would. They would. While the husband's at work, they all in there having a ball. That's crazy. I just think this concept is so ridiculous. And a lot of people practice this as a religion. And a fat, smart knot. Yes, a fat one. One that's going to slide between his eyes, right down to the white meat. They practice this as a religion, the polygamy. And Warren Jessup's, remember when they finally caught him? Lord have mercy. How many wives he had and how many of them were underage? Shoot, he was even messing with the boys. And when they finally caught him, oh my goodness, I was so happy. And all them people came in that courtroom and they was trying to get them people out of there, trying to get them, help them escape. And some of them didn't want to go because that's all they knew. They didn't know anything else. I tell you what, he went to prison and he ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. If he want a sister wife, he gonna have to um ask Bubba and them, do they feel like being a sister wife? Shoot, he probably in there dropping the soap on purpose. House be clean, food made, kids taken care of, house and life in order, working together and having mommy time. They'd be mad when they get home and they ain't got nobody catering to the nasty behinds. I know that's right. I know that's right, watermelon sugar. I know that's right. Like I said, it more or less strokes the man's ego. And he's got the best of both worlds to me. He doesn't have to go out and cheat because he handpicked a woman to cheat with and bring home. And that's the way I see it. And the wife agrees. But I'm sorry, I will be thinking ahead. Like, legally, where do I stand? If anything happens to you, where will me and my children go? Did you put some money away for us in case something like that happens? And then sometimes they will get in trouble and people would find out that they're polygamous and they would have to hurry up and move. Watermelon Sugar said, I'd be the one causing trouble. I'd have all the women convinced that we don't need them. They'd put me out. Girl. I just that it would the answer would just be a big hell no. That's what it would be. A big hell no. And thank you for letting me know that that's how you really feel. And I'm not going to walk away from you thinking that I wasn't enough for you. Oh, trust me, I'm enough. I bought a candle today that says, what does it say? I am enough. Most definitely. I'm not going to second guess why you want to bring another woman into the family. What's wrong with me? What can we do? What can I do? Is there anything? Man, get out of here. Go tie that thing in a knot, as far as I'm concerned. I've got too much attitude to deal with a weak ass man like that. I heard that, Watermelon Sugar. Uh-huh. No. Yeah. That's a big hell no. Absolutely not. I don't get it. A lot of times people don't even want a nanny no more because the nannies is starting to slide off with the husbands. If I had a housekeeper, I would want him to be a male. I would. I would want a male housekeeper because I want you to go ahead and get the job done and get out. But the guy wouldn't like that. Oh, you need a male housekeeper. Why you don't want a female housekeeper? 'Cause of you, dog. Let me get sewn off my soapbox. Let me get down off my soapbox because I'm getting mad. Hell, I'm offended for him. Mm, mm, mm. Facts, Watermelon Sugar. Nope. She makes something to eat. I'll make something to eat. You don't eat my food. You eat her food. She does things her way. I do things my way. You like her way better. Why don't y'all get together and talk and see if y'all could come to some type of agreement? That's really how they do it. I wish the hell somebody would tell me how to feed my man or clean my house or raise my kids. What if she decides that she wants to dip? Then she gonna come back and bring something Ajax won't wash off. It starts with the wife to me. The wife agrees to let this happen. If the wife did not agree to let this happen, she could leave his behind in a New York minute and he would find somebody who wants to play like that. But you know what? After I ball his no good behind out, I'm going to look at the wives and ask, what the hell is wrong with them? That they think this is acceptable. Right, Watermelon? Gail said, that is a lot. That is a lot of competition going on. It is. And you can't tell me it's not a competition. Because that thing that show I was telling you on HBO, they did get into it. And a lot of the decisions that had to be made was made by the first wife. And the other wives couldn't make those decisions legally because they side pieces. Boss lady said they spreading germs. So like, who do you call mommy? Do you call both of them mommy? Or is it mommy Gail and mommy Chrystal? That's crazy. That's crazy. And they really, really, really are encouraged to keep having children. Keep popping out them babies. There are some that look at the other women and they'll come in as sister wives and they'll say, I don't want children. Some of them won't take her because she doesn't want children. That's not what their family is about. She's expected to come in, share the man, share the home, befriend the wife, and have kids. I'm just flatlined. I just ain't no way. I don't see it happening at all. Mm-mm. I still say it starts with the wife. Gail loves you back, Mr. William. I'm too crazy over my kids to be okay with another woman being a mom to my kids. I would tear the whole operation apart about mine. I already know that, watermelon sugar. You're not gonna play that at all. Your little kid comes up to you and says, Mommy so and so said I'm not allowed to have a who? Mommy who? So mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. It's gonna be some furniture moving around there. Some sneakers, some Vaseline, and I don't care. It starts with that wife. When you married that man, you did not marry that man so that he could bring in another wife. He is supposed to forsake all others for you. And you and your dizzy self, you gonna agree for him to have another woman in the house. Another woman in his bed. Some earth moving and shaking. You got that right, girl. You got that right. It's going down. It's going completely down. And it still baffles me because the children that he makes with the other woman and then the children that he makes with his wife, are they going to encourage their kids to do plural marriage? You're right. It all starts with us. We have to stop accepting this mess. Exactly. Yes, it starts with the very first one. Shaking my head. Yes. She agreed to it. She agreed to it. All she had to say was, no, I married you for better or worse, rich or poor. And William is right. Back in the Bible days, they did have more than one wife. But a lot of people like to pick and choose parts out of the Bible that they can use for their own horny benefits. Watermelon said, boss lady, hey boo, I'm sorry I didn't speak. Oh, okay. That's crazy. So that was my conversation for tonight. That was my dear Chrystal. What, how do you feel about sister wives? Seeking sister wives. You and your husband going online, and there's a site where you could pick out a woman, agree on her, bring her to your home with your children, date her, get to know her, and move her in your home so that she can have a ceremony with your husband so they can be husband and wife as well. No, no, no. Nope. Ah, what the bell said, the devil is a lie. I know you freaking lying. I've seen it all. I have seen it all. Whew. I watch it and I just shake my head. I'm like, Lord, don't ever let me get that desperate to keep a man. Don't ever let me get that desperate to keep a man. Even if I was in some type of whatever where they're all living together and doing this and doing that, and you got a 12-year-old daughter that some 40 or 50-year-old man wants to marry, and you got to do it. Oh, heck no. I don't even like people enough to have that many people in my personal space. I know that's right. I'd rather be alone than have a man like that. I can do bad by myself. You're right, Watermelon. I can do bad by myself. I really can. But for some odd reason, I do well on my own. I have a question. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. It's interesting. Really, really interesting. That's a shame. Because I know how crazy I would act. I know I would just flip out. That's why I keep saying that's a shame. Because it's like it's a damn shame how Chrystal went off on that man when he asked her about getting a sister wife. She dragged that man like a rag doll. What if one of the wives has children from an outside relationship, and when she becomes of age, he wants her to be one of his wives too? If the wife is stupid enough to allow another woman to come into the home, that's not so far fetched. I would hope that wouldn't be the case. I would hope that wouldn't be the case. I really would. I would hope that wouldn't be the case. You just got mad all over again. Well, you know what? There's some strong black women and a strong black man in this chat. She gonna be sister wives with her daughter. The more you say it, the more I believe that if that's really what that man wants to do, he'll find a Bible verse to back it up. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that. Because he would be a father figure. I just got sick to my stomach. Girl, I'm not trying to get you sick to your stomach. I'm gonna have to come back on here and sing some songs. No. I just wanted to see you have y'all opinion on it. That's all. Just wanted to see how you felt about it. You got a sister wife and you come in the house and she tell you it's your turn to do the dishes. I will bust. I will bust. Oh my goodness. I would take my fist and just pop her right in the middle of her forehead. I'm sorry, but some men are pigs. Like I said, it sounds like it's more of a benefit for the man than the woman. And the woman is expected to agree to all of these things. She's expected to do that. And some women just too damn desperate to hold on to their curly little pigtail. That's true. That's true, watermelon. Something's got to give. But I tell you what, when they got a hold of Warren Jessup, they bust that bad boy down. They bust him down. They bust him down real good. Well, everybody, I had a good time. I'm sorry you guys got so heated, but I just wanted to know how you felt about it because I know how I feel about it. I will be in there like the Tasmanian devil because I know doggone well that he wouldn't want me to bring no man up in there and say, let's work this out. Both of y'all can work. Both of y'all can handle things. I'll stay home and I'll sleep with him one night and then I'll sleep with you another night. They would black out. Men would take that a totally different way. The next thing you know, you're a cheater. And now you want me to go on Maury Povich so you can see if your kids are your kids. Get out of here. I'd be on Dateline because I've been done tore the whole compound down. That's the word, compound. I've been tore the whole compound down and had a hose and elbows spread out from yonder to kingdom come. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. I am with you. Well, everybody, I just got in from grocery shopping just about an hour ago, and I started my live at 10:30. Not yeah, 10:30 because I was a little late. But I thank you very much for your participation. This was a very interesting conversation. A lot of good. She said she would tear the compound down. Oh my goodness. You guys, this was fun. Mr. William, Boss Lady, New Jersey, Gail, Fresh Pressed Juice, Watermelon Sugar. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Everyone have a good night. Love, peace, and chicken grease.